Hello and welcome to this episode of Microchips. In this short video we are looking at a 3-cell 12 volt battery charger protection board, or a BMS, that I bought from eBay, that hopefully I'll be putting into a future project. Let's have a look at the listing, and as you can see, £3.86 each from China. Connects three 18650 with balancing and balance charging. Connects up in a standard way that we've seen before in my previous videos. Let's scroll down the listing, have a look at some specifications. So you can see maximum discharge 10 amps, got over detection, over discharge, short circuit protection, overcharge protection, plenty of protection. So let's have a closer look at this board. As you can see, nice short board. So I won't bore you with me soldering the connections on. Let's get straight to it. So there we are, 3 battery holders soldered up as per the schematic that we saw a moment ago. Let's put some batteries in and see what happens. So first battery in, 4.1 volts across the terminals, all very good. Put the second battery in, 4.1 volts across those terminals. Let's move the meter leads across. These hook-on meter leads that I bought a while ago are very handy but very fiddly at sometimes. And there's a third cell, 4.1 volts. So let's go across the output. And we don't have any output voltage. But what it didn't say on the listing is that you briefly have to apply a input voltage to wake the board up. So once we'd applied an input voltage, everything woke up. We're getting 4.2 volts across the cells, so that's charging at the correct voltage. To be honest, these batteries are near enough fully charged anyway, so the power supply was drawing an amp at this time at about 12.9 volts. Let's check the output voltage, and there we have it. There's our 12.5 volts on the output. And again, there we have it, 12.5 volts across the output. So it looks like before you can get an output, if you've disconnected the batteries, before you can get an output, you have to briefly give it an input voltage. So I've connected it across a load, which is going to be my TRC 1005 CB radio, and on transmit that pulls normally an amp. So as you can see, depressing the transmit on full power causes the voltage to drop slightly, and the same with the cells as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this running for a while shortly. I haven't got a bigger load to put across it, but I do want to try and incorporate this into a handheld CB radio sometime, instead of using 10 AA cells. I want to use some lithium ion cells, and obviously I will need the battery BMS board in there to be safe and to charge them correctly and to discharge them correctly as well. So you can see across the cells we're transmitting, and the voltage has dropped, which we expect. Voltage rises when we unpress the transmit. And let's have a look across the output again. And you can see the voltage dropping when a load is applied via the transmit. So here it's a closer look at the board, and the IC in the middle. It's got no markings on it, so we can't look at that. But I've just pulled up the data sheet for the other 4 components we can see, and they seem to be MOSFETs. Then there's a 0.01 ohm resistor, obviously for current monitoring. And there's a data sheet for the chip. It's a AO4407A. It seems to be a P-channel MOSFET. And there's some specifications. We won't go into that. It's just nice to find a data sheet just to confirm what it is. So it's just a standard MOSFET or a P-channel MOSFET. Anyway, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.